says going live.
You did a new one.
Tell them.
So I have to close this.
Guess so. I'll just name the new one G'day.
My son was doing it.
We need to get papers so I never did. Have you finished with the cake?
Yeah, I'll take it in.
Oh, just grab me some papers while you're there, please.
I don't like that cheesecake.
No, it doesn't look good.
No, it's not.
I don't like real sweet cake anyway. Too sweet. Apologies for the break in transmission. On my screen just came out, time out. Just those words, time out. And apparently that closed the stream. I don't know what that means. But it happens. Must have been the cake. Okay. But we're back. Broadcasting live, probably 15,000 miles away from you. Hello, keeping. Yeah, I don't know. The other one for me, I don't know why it said it keeping, but it said time out. And then it just went blank my end. So.
Yeah, I think that's time out, probably because we lost the internet.
Well, you have a wonderful time, VMAC. You have a great break.
Yep. I'm sitting at the airport waiting for her. Oh, cool, VMAC.
She's flying to Australia, ladies and gentlemen. The secret's out. VMAC and me are going camping to watch the Avon descent in -5 degrees. For her, she'll be wearing a bikini, of course, because that's not really cold for VMAC.
Is the other...
Me, I look like an igloo.
Is the other stream dead now?
Don't point asking me, because I'm broadcasting. I don't know.
Oh no, keeping just said 2 lives at once.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Just said the words time out. I've never seen that before.
No, maybe that's just... I actually think it was our internet. Because I lost it while you were streaming.
Okay. Just a question, VMAC, while you're waiting at the airport. How many weeks holiday is normal in Canada? In Australia, a minimum of 4. 5 is very common. I used to have 8 myself.
She might answer you. She might be busy sorting out her car rental.
Just curious.
This one, I'm buffering again.
I don't know.
Hey, Carlos.
Hello, Carlos.
Are you there, keeping? Or Carlos, are we buffering?
See, it doesn't show like I'm buffering on mine, but...
It is on mine.
Okay. I can see you typing.
I could see that?
Yeah.
Yes, you should. I've actually got my hands in the picture, haven't I?
Yes.
A little bit, okay. I don't know what the problem is tonight. It's the aliens have come down and taken our reception.
Could be. But keeping, we're having our site meeting tomorrow, which means bits and pieces are sorted out before the diggers come in, and they're coming in next week to start the actual project, which will be good. Got a guy coming early tomorrow to put up a privacy fence. It's about 30 metres long by about 400mm high. What's that in feet? It's about
I don't know.
a foot and a half, something like that. Yeah, most of the process in my country is all the red tape. Does it conform to this? Does it conform to that? Is the building going to be too high? Blah, blah, blah. That's why the privacy fence is going up. because we're following the same height of the cottage out down the back, which makes it much higher than a normal home.
I just had a thought. You should, when you finish, send him a message, because you said...
I spoke to him yesterday.
You said Wednesday. You didn't
It
know.
won't matter. Yeah, no, it won't matter if it goes up early. There's nothing impeding.
No, but he has to go on the other side.
No, he just has to lean over the other side and draw through. It's all good. Stop panicking.
Okay. Alright, back to normal program.
But you can send him a message, I don't really care.
Well, you've got it on your phone. I don't have his number. I'll put it in yours. I will send a message later.
Okay.
So what's happening, Carlos? What did you have for dinner? Breakfast, lunch, or whatever time it is there? No.
Well, I don't go to channels like that anymore, Carlos, because it's boring. But I can't see the difference between Dave. So Awesome mentioned something about a chargeback. Truth of the matter is that she is going through a divorce, and none of that's easy. And I don't think she'll come out without a penny. I think she'll have some money. Not sure what Dave is in the process, whether he gave her something and now he wants it back. That's a long process anyway, so it's fairly irrelevant. I think someone like Dave is doing things now just to remain relevant. But you would think that if you were on a sinking ship, you would find another boat.
Oh, bagel. Well, I can't see Glam being homeless.
No, but she's already got a property in Florida.
You go through a hard time in your life. It's not nice for anybody.
But I have to be honest with you, Carlos, I do not appreciate pretentious people, which incorporates people who lie, people who tell things that aren't true, which they don't call a lie, they just call it a white lie. And sometimes that's okay. Like if someone wants to tell you that they're 32, blonde, good-looking, ex-model, that's all good. You know, if they want to have that perception, that's fine, as long as they don't harm people in the process. But when people are deceptive and misleading and take money from people, that gets my goat up. Then I go dark. And then they realise they shouldn't have crossed that line. At the moment, there are many that are going dark, which is sad. First boy Craig, g'day to you, mate. No, I don't appreciate people being deceptive to take money. And there's a whole bandwagon of people sticking dollar signs on their channels now for even vague reasons, like using the words, Carlos, just, you know, if you want to leave a tip to support the channel. No, it's not supporting the channel, it's just going into your pocket. So there's begging. And I don't care how you package it or how you wrap it or give the PR work to it, it's still begging.
Oh, I bet that is fat, it's fast, boy.
No, so, and like I say, it's a plethora of them now. You've been around long enough in different formats, Carlos, to realise that 2 years ago, even just 2 years ago, think about 2 years ago, how many people had dollar signs on their channel? I could have done it 7 or 8 years ago. I never have. But there's plenty of people that have jumped on this bandwagon of, you know, crossing the Rubicon, which is an old methodology in regards to Caesar crossing the river, the Rubicon River, and entering Italy, which meant he was at war with Rome. But, in my interpretation, this river is money. So they crossed the Rubicon regarding money, and at any cost, be it a display of stupidity, anger, frustration, blaming the world for their woes. The truth is, Carlos, you and I know the best way to get money is to work. And that ends the lecture for this evening's e-begging course. Refreshments are now due in the foyer, free beer.
It's because YouTube's just made it hard with monetization on your channel.
I could have been doing all that stuff for over 6 years.
Yeah, I know.
Never have. We get a few pennies each month, which we give away. Yes, and if we're speaking of the same
Yeah.
person, at least entertain. No, it's not that. It's the plethora of them sticking the dollar sign up. Just because, you know, I've actually heard people say in the last few months, I'm putting up a super chat because everyone else does it. Really? So that's why you're doing it, because you can see the money flow.
We've actually been busy anyway, Carlos, to
Don't watch much.
watch a lot lately. Like we've got it extending the house, have the grandkids.
Anyone that asks for money or has a dollar sign on their channel, I do not go. I wanted to pay for entertainment like I did on Saturday. We spent about $260 watching a football match. About $130 a ticket, and then we probably spent another $30 on coffee and...
Actually, it was $112 a ticket.
Oh, I gave him $230.
No, you gave
Yeah, that's all right.
$112 a ticket, so no, you gave her the right money.
But yeah, that's entertainment, and it's, mind you, it wasn't very good, but you pay for things like that. I don't pay to watch television. I don't pay to watch YouTube. Never have, never will.
No, we do pay for Netflix, but that's because I wanted it.
Yeah.
That was my choice.
It's only $12 a month or something anyway. It's nothing.
And I will go where I want. Don't anybody think that just because Seeds doesn't go to channels anymore doesn't mean I don't either.
No, it's personal choice.
That's right.
And I don't encourage others to follow me. If they wish to, they can. But I've seen the result of people and money on YouTube in the last 18 months get very nasty just for the almighty dollar. And no one can tell me otherwise.
I'm buffering again. I think it's our internet tonight. My battery's low.
Don't know. We won't be on much longer anyway. Yes, it's like watching a circus of misfits perform. But I no longer do.
And no, not like American football. We have soccer and we have AFL.
If you typed in just the 3 letters AFL in the YouTube search, you'd see what our football's about. Like, we've got really big stadiums, like Perth's a big city where we live, but the capacity of the stadium is 60,000. At the MCG in Melbourne, the capacity there is 100,000.
Yes, soccer.
And we fill them up.
Soccer is soccer, but AFL is different. It's not soccer.
Imagine people running at each other, crunching bones, and having the odd fight without pads. And that's why people die in our game. But it's very entertaining.
But our footy isn't like American football.
No. We actually don't stop for ads.
Our football
Hello,
is different.
Sid's Angel.
Hey, Sids.
NFL is,
Yeah, that's different.
yeah. Look, I mean, you guys all wear pads, and that's what they do, but we don't. If you just watched last year's grand final, if you typed in AFL Grand Final 2018, you'll see how tough the game is.
Yeah, Australia.
Or even just type in AFL
Australia.
fights.
No, just type in AFL Australia.
I know people that have come from
Actually,
other countries have watched it and they just fall in love with it.
Carlos, go to Seeds' channel and look at his last video he put up, because that's the game we went to.
Oh no, it doesn't show anything of the game. It just shows
Didn't
the
you show
stadium.
a little bit?
Yeah, but you wouldn't get anything out of that.
Oh.
It's better off looking at a proper AFL video. How have you been, Sids?
We have terrible aim.
We're not on every morning. We've been very busy.
Yeah, Seeds has been sick, and then we've also, as you can see, all the pavers are gone.
Things start happening tomorrow.
Oh, bless me.
Bless you. But I don't go to a lot of channels now, Sids. You probably know why. I don't go to any channel that has a dollar sign on it. Because money is ruining it. Yeah, that's part of the game. You'll love it.
Yeah, we're excited, Sid. It's been a long time coming start. Mind you, it's going to take a long time to finish. Not till...
We won't finish till early next year.
Yeah.
Sadly, I just see the money train causing so much grief. People have gone from being normal channels to chasing the dollar.
Oh,
Bless you.
thanks.
And it causes nothing but anger and friction. Of course, some people will never get any money because they're stupid. Like I said, I'm very open. I could have always had all these money links to my channels for years. I've been monetized for many years. But I just get AdSense, which is not much. About 20 packets of noodles a month's worth in value, which we give it away.
Sometimes I do, Carlos. Yes, sometimes I go and watch certain things for a laugh or just to keep a little bit abreast of something. But not. It's. I don't spend hours.
Well, poor old Zia is eating himself to death. People want to find ways to bring him down. You don't have to do anything. He's literally dying of gluttony. He is morbid obese.
Probably Carlos and I've got to ask though, is he getting his teeth done or has he left Mexico? I'm a bit confused because I don't watch it a lot.
I think Sid's, for me...
we're monetised.
We're monetised and it's 20 or 30 bucks a month. That's roughly what it is. And we've always given it away in one form or another.
Yeah, it's just...
And we don't mind.
It's just Sid saying he doesn't have a PayPal link and...
No, there's no Streamlabs, there's no PayPal, there's no Super Chat. But that's my choice.
That's his choice. I still go to whatever channel I want.
I just see it the undoing of a social fabric, Sid's, if you understand where I'm going with that. It's where it's all to do with money.
I mean, Sid's has been monetised...
Instead of friendship.
Sid's has been monetised since the beginning, which I think most people have. It's just when all this PayPal and this basically begging started. Oh, okay, Carlos. Yeah.
I don't get every month, no, because it's 20 or 30, probably 3 or 4 months I'll get a check in the bank for $100, but...
And I'm not monetised because I'm not up there, which I don't care. I just like doing videos because I like doing them.
What I hate more than anything than the e-begging is the deception and misleading information people use to procure money from others. That's very wrong. There's no way in the world we wouldn't help somebody. We do it in real life. There's no way that would never happen with us. We've always done that. So when it boils down to, do I think people who need help should be denied it? No. Absolute opposite. But people who demand money and through deceptive means deserve nothing.
It actually also depends. There are times where Seeds hasn't monetised a certain video depending on the subject matter.
That's right. Yep. There are videos I do that I will not monetise. And they're all your own personal ethics, if you like. There's people that would monetise anything to make money. In fact, you can hear all the bell ringers who will create drama based on nothing, usually supposition, lies, and they have 2, 3, 4, 500 people watching them scream like a monkey, and the dollars come in. So why would they stop doing it?
That's the only thing I don't like. It's
how it works.
It's the dishonesty that lies that some people tell or can't get the truth. Look, they're not saying the truth, and then all these little Chinese whispers starts, and then it upsets somebody when somebody's got the information wrong, and that is wrong.
Truth's not necessary on most of these channels. Truth is in fact not encouraged, because truth is very simple. It's a fact.
Well, that's probably.
And when you get told a fact, that's it. That's the end of the discussion.
That's probably why our channels are so little.
Oh, I've never cared.
Hey, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly. New subscriber.
Woohoo!
I'm going to be rolling another day today. I'm just going to be just counting the money.
Oh dear. The lying is what gets me, Sids, exactly. Like, what you see with us is us. You meet us in real life. We're exactly like we're talking now.
Yep.
This is us. We've shown you our home. We've let little bits of our lives into your life.
On the basis of social interaction with our friends.
And I mean, you can go meet somebody in a pub and you can go start having a conversation and you tell them bits about your life. So things that happen in real life, yeah, can go onto the internet or vice versa. It's just the manipulation and the lying and the deceit that some people do is what I don't like.
Yeah, for the life of me, I can never understand why people have to lie. I said before though, like if you say I'm 32 years of age, an ex-model, and I'm an airline pilot, that's fine. If it's not true, it doesn't matter. You're not harming anyone.
Well,
It's when you take it the next step
yeah,
and you deceive people out of money doing it.
God.
I like Anson Henson,
Well,
who just told the truth when... Well, it's like two tiny little ants fighting each other. I
don't even know who this Anderson Henderson is.
No. But anyway, I hardly know Milton.
The doxing, yeah, I agree, Sid. It's like, look, we know our information's out there, don't get me wrong. It's probably not to find out stuff. But you don't have to contribute or make it easy for the rest of the world by doxing people. Do you know what I'm trying to say, Sid?
It's only ever done to harm. It's not done to help. But like I say, talking about Zia, as Carlos did earlier, you don't have to do anything. He is killing himself by gluttony, and it will all come rolling at him very shortly. Last I saw, he is well over morbid obese, which means that there are major medical conditions he faces now, not just in the future. No, I would never give anyone's information out. I find that vile.
Yeah, it's not good. So, how's your day or night been, Kelly?
No, you did, because what it should be is you should be able to assess someone on their behaviour online, and you can tear them down online because of their behaviour is so obvious. You don't have to tell people where they live, where their work is, things like that. That's irrelevant. That part of the life has never been presented. It's the deception and lies that have been presented. It's their behaviour.
If someone wants to share things, or like send a gift, yeah, that's up to the person if they want to share part of their life.
Have we sent Sids anything?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to...
I have a very good memory, Sids.
It's early morning here. Oh, okay. Early morning, right. Well, it's... what time is it here? In Australia, oops, it is...
7:30.
7:30 p.m.
West Coast. I don't think I've seen you before, Kelly. Welcome. If you're early morning, you must be in the US or Canada, I'm presuming. Or Greenland. You could be in Greenland, which Trump is apparently trying to buy. That was funny on our news. President Trump
and
his wife Ivana, I think, are buying Greenland. Okay. Do people of Greenland have any say in this? .30 a.m.
East Coast, keeping. But it's still like the internet's pretty amazing how we can sit and talk to people all over the world and
this is the bit
find
we
out
enjoy.
Interesting things about their culture or what they like to do, or cooking, or animals, their pets, or
their likes, their dislikes, their loves, their hates.
Only what people want to share.
Just stuff that happens in your real life. We had friends that used to live in Maryland.
Oh yeah.
They moved to Pennsylvania because the healthcare costs were killing them in Maryland, which you probably all know very well, Kelly.
But they also lived in. That's. Whoa, Dave's butt hurt because he got docked. Yeah, well, yeah, I know that because it happened a year ago, Carlos. Well, of course.
Yeah, we're normally 12 hours behind keeping you and I. So
yeah, it's 7:30
hello, JP.
p.m. here.
JP is calling from Istanbul. He's looking for 72 women. I've not found one. They gave me a goat at the airport. I've been robbed. There you go, mate. All right.
Oh, JP, how sad. My footy team just.
It was an awful game.
Like I said.
It was terrible. 50,000 people there, not making one sound. Like, what do we come here for?
They lost miserably.
And yet, my team lost yesterday, but what a great game of footy. Richmond and the Eagles, that was a superb game of footy. You couldn't compare the Freo game against Essendon. That was awful. Even though we lost, it doesn't worry me. It was a great game, which shows the finals will be fantastic. Win or lose.
Oh well.
Roos everywhere, mate. We've got 65 million kangaroos. And every kilometre on the road you'll find one. Not breathing, of course.
Yeah, that's roadkill.
Actually, when people do come here, some of the kangaroos are much taller than me.
Yeah, righto, JP. Don't rub it in.
Yeah,
I mean, my team was playing my daughter's team, so of course
it was awful.
we went together. She was happy.
The crowd was just talking amongst themselves. The football was the secondary. But Richmond and the Eagles, that was a fantastic game of footy.
Oh, private chats. Oh, I don't even know how to do a private chat, so...
No, I don't. When I get my new computer shortly, I'll do proper chats with people. But I don't know why people want to put up a shield all the time. Like, if they don't want their private information divulged, that's fine. But a lot of these people deliberately divulge it. Do you know? Well, some people will infer where they live, what they do, where they work.
Well, some people
And of course,
are okay
the dicks
with
will
that.
go and chase them down.
Yeah, but people sometimes don't realise some of the consequences. I mean, they can ring your boss anytime they want.
Yeah.
Or they can ring my boss anytime they like. Because what they don't realise, which they'll know now, they'll be ringing
Us.
us.
Yeah, they were good games of footy. I thought, and I'm not a Geelong supporter, I thought Geelong were a little harshly dealt by the umpires, JP.
Oh yeah, if we
Just
go
an
to
observation.
if we go to Melbourne, Carlos, we'll meet Vinny.
Yeah, we
Actually-
were going to meet Vinny just outside Melbourne, but he had things to do with the lawyer for his compensation at the time. So we caught up with Blinky and hired a beautiful home for a few days. It was great.
I just realised, not sure maybe Sid's know. Has
Yeah,
Vinny
no, we'll meet Vinny.
has Vinny been in hospital? I heard something that he hurt his leg again or something.
Don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, passing through somewhere and I heard something, or something. Yeah,
Well,
Blinky, we met
She's
Blinky.
a lovely lady, very lovely. We had a good time, went out to meals.
Oh, that's next door, is it?
Okay, yeah. He was in hospital. Oh, that must be in...
Oh, he hurt his ankle. How did he do that?
Well, if his leg's buggered, it wouldn't take much to twist his ankle.
Oh, he's like, oh, that's good. I hope it wasn't, was it his bad leg, Sid's?
I don't know. It's more likely to be.
Hey, White.
But no, yeah, so we arranged to meet Vinny probably months before we actually got into Victoria, but then at the last minute he needed to attend lawyers
And he had to
to
go.
settle his compensation, which was more important than meeting us. But
He did say.
sadly we didn't meet him.
He did say that that could happen. That whenever they picked the date. Okay, so Sid's nose.
Twisted the bad one, yeah, that's what I figured it would be.
Oh, Chad. So is the white 2-pack Chad? Hey, Chad. I don't know.
I don't know. Even if I get told, I forget. But there's got to be more.
Okay.
We discuss things here and have a laugh. But loads of people don't have the ability to run a channel to have a laugh or talk. It's just got to be controversial drama or it's nothing. And I'm not interested in that. It just seems an embarrassment, waste of time. And that's the only thing. You can always make more money, but you can't make more time.
Is your phone charging? I might have to nick that in a sec. Mine's about to die.
We get a lot of American shows. We get a lot of British shows. Australia's a multicultural country. We've got free to air about 40 channels. We get Netflix. But a lot of the American shows have got Australian actors in them, Carlos.
But one of Australia's favourite series is Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, the bit that I don't like, JP, is I don't mind people making money. What I don't like people doing is being deceptive and misleading and then making money. That I don't like.
Yeah, well, Bergs is Bergs, isn't it?
I mean, Bergs is an alcoholic by his own admission. And until you adjust that behaviour, nothing will change.
Can you see how charged your phone is?
It says 38%, that's fine.
Let's go and get my charger.
It's very sad because alcoholism destroys lots of families.
I mean,
lots of relationships.
I mean, Bergs probably can be quite loud, I think, without the drink, but he probably would be a lot better.
I think he'd be like a mouse in normal. He'd just be a very quiet talker, but get the alcohol under him, and he's a warrior. I just don't go. The reason I don't go to Vinny's is that mainly because Bergs has been on there all the time.
Yeah, not because of Vinny.
And screaming women, and I'm afraid I'm not a misogynist, but it just seems a lot of women like screaming at each other, and I don't find that a conversation. That's just an internal, never-ending war.
Carlos, thanks for sending me here.
Maybe JP will be here. It'll probably be finished here, JP, February. I mean, that's all the trimmings finished in the home.
Tomorrow we have...
Mind you, it's pretty hot here in February. You might not want to come here.
We have the builders coming tomorrow, JP.
Yeah, it's a site works meeting. Setting out what and when they're going to do stuff. And then next week they start.
I'll be back. Excuse the flash in front of the camera.
I don't want another coffee.
I'm not. I'm getting my charger. The room might want a coffee.
Your book flights for March, just to make sure it's finished. Yeah, no, it should be good. Because there's lots of work I have to do after the lock-up, like do the windows, sand them back, get the runners working, varnish, blah blah blah, architraves, all those bits and pieces. Of course, I've then got to put in the JP swimming pool. Well, Carlos is about 3 people, and even Carlos would admit that. Not him. There are 2 others. Vinny's last name is Dundee. Well, actually, it's not. I know Vinny's last name. It's not Dundee. Particularly from his heritage. Think French, Belgium. You won't find a directory in Belgium that says surname Dundee. A lot of people believe whatever people say.
I should see myself walk in front of the camera.
There's actually not many Carloses. There's about 3 of them. That's how many there are. There's not lots of them. There's been a few accounts created by people they've used once or twice, but in the way these people write, there's about 3 of them.
Yeah, Carlos pops in everywhere, don't you, Carlos?
He is a social conscience warrior.
He's
Carlos.
a social butterfly.
Yeah, I can't handle screaming women, JP, and I can't certainly handle Bergs in any format.
Oh, Dundee. I just read that comment.
Just got to turn the camera a little bit that way. I can't see what people are saying. It's all good and well to have fun, but I don't like the way a lot of the drama arguments really hurt people. And you don't get to see the real person or the real hurt. Its words can be very cutting.
Yeah, Vinny is Vinny. We do. When Vinny does his driving videos and stuff like that, we pop in, yeah.
I've had so many people, he's talking about Debbie, but I've had so many people come and troll me. After about 5 minutes, after I've verbally dissected them, they tend not to come back.
Why would anyone want to troll Sids?
No, it's just Carlos's game of saying, go to this channel.
Okay.
Well, there's 2 or 3 popped up recently, Carlos, isn't there? And I'm not having to go at Holly or Colleen, but they're simply there to try and create a channel or have people interested in their channel based on other people's drama.
Well,
And that's not the basis of a channel, if you get what I'm saying. And for the life of me, because the drama just goes around like a cycle of washing, just different subject, different day, but same matter. In other words, let's attack this person, or let's put down that person. And some people deserve to be criticised, but to spend 5 to 8 hours on a hangout repeating the same subject line over and over, it's pointless. I think there's a lot of things, and I'm not being cruel here, I'm just being observant. There's a lot of people on YouTube who have mental health issues, and it is their social platform. It is their life. And when they get attacked or pinpointed, it can literally destroy their lives. And people don't get that.
oh, it's true. Sometimes having a large amount of people in your chat can be good. It just depends which way everything ends up going. If it goes south, well...
Well, don't get me wrong. There's absolutely a right for people to start a hangout based on someone like Zia's behaviour.
Yeah.
There's no problem with that, because it's just the social platform and the people in it that are outraged.
And they're trying to warn others.
But to do it over and over and over again is pointless. It's like if you ring a bell loud enough, people will come and see what the noise is all about. But when you've got the same subject matter repeated over and over again, people tend to drift away.
And we just ask JP when we want to be updated on something.
JP knows everything. He's a social butterfly. He's in everything.
Yeah, JP's our reporter. Actually, I've got to say I remember that name, Nomadic Ninja.
I mean, some of the crazy channels that I used to watch were fun watching the side chat. Subject matter was boring. There's, like I say, you can only poke a dead porcupine so many times and it's still dead. But you only have to look at the channels that have the dollars on them, dollar signs, collecting money in one format or another, and you'll see all the rage and the anger, jealousy, some of it, and just a perpetual ongoing war. And if you take the dollar sign away and look at channels that don't have it, you tend to realise what I'm saying is true. Oh no, just if we can just have a minute silent, please. JP's fish died. Daughter's fish died today.
Oh. What sort of fish was it, JP?
At the going down of the fish, we will remember it.
I remember when my kids were little and our cat got one of their goldfish. And then another time one died and I just sort of flushed it down the toilet and oh my God, did I never...
Oh, there was a Japanese fighter fish. Probably got eaten by another Japanese fighter fish, probably.
Actually, they've only got they don't have that long a lifespan, do they, JP?
I don't know if you go back to the Carlos to the G for T days, where a lot of this began. He wasn't the first, but he was the one that was up and out there most promoting how to get money out of people. But Carlos, that is the basis of where all these other people come from. And the truth is, G for T, no longer around, because he wore his welcome too thin. We've got 2 girls and 3 boys, and hundreds of grandchildren. They're like orcs. You turn your back for a moment, one's in the fridge. What are you doing in there? I'm just looking for the ring. Some of the things I do watch on YouTube is comedy. I love comedy. There's some very funny people around. I like knowledge. I'll often watch people that do cooking videos, pick the eyes out of what I like. There are a few other channels I watch, like outdoorsman type people, like what's the name guy we watch?
The Boss of the Swamp.
The Boss of the Swamp, he's good.
Oh my God, I've been watching the miniature videos lately, miniature cooking. Oh, you'd pee yourself, JP.
A lot of people, and this is a psychology of drama rooms, a lot of people just want to know.
Jenny.
They don't even have to know the truth. This is how funny it gets. But they just want to know, because it's like they can't put the phone down, having a conversation with a friend saying, well, are you going to tell me? And it's like, well, I'll tell you a little bit.
Yeah.
Like a sucker punch, if you like. So you come back tomorrow.
Since we've got one due in January, and Carlos, we love paranormal stuff too.
If you want to see true power, I'm not going to hurt him, but I'm going to express an opinion here about what will happen tomorrow, and that is the man in the van in the can will have kidney pain tomorrow. He may express it as back pain, but there is good and there is evil on the planet, and sometimes things look like they've been done in evil, but they're actually done in a very positive way, because maybe he will then go to the hospital. So only a few of you are here. Mark my words, the kidney pain starts tomorrow.
What?
Making people angry is the easiest thing in the world to do on social media. It's not hard. It just needs an inflection in your voice, the tone and how it's said, or context, and you can fire up people very easily.
Well, the written word can be misunderstood.
I'm not sure, Sids. I know he's got 2. I don't know.
Hey, LT.
But I will be inviting several of you people that are in the room on panels in the near future, but not many at a time. Maybe 2, maybe 3 people on a panel. I don't know about you guys, but I cannot watch a channel hangout when there's 7 or 8 people on there. Everyone interrupts, everyone jumps over each other, and even if you do have an answer for someone who's saying something, let them say it first.
Got Patty saying she sent a ghost after me. I don't know. Who's Patty? Who are you talking about, Carlos? Sorry.
Well, we've seen a few in our time, Carlos, so they don't bother us. The dead will never harm you as much as people may lead you to believe. It's the living you've got to watch out for.
Yeah, I'm more scared of the living than the dead. I'm not sure, Sids, if Benny has another grandchild on the way. Oh, come on, Carlos. Of course a ghost doesn't follow you into the bathroom. They don't do that. They don't watch you undress.
You can leave your hat on.
So, you got blocked because you asked that question. Well, people do ask those questions because some people don't know. So who's Paddy and...
Mate, who cares?
So is it... Don't tell me there's a paranormal community. I just find the random paranormal channels and watch that.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's a community for everything. Farting, face mask community. Danny's just joined.
Oh dear. Why not? Are you asking why they don't follow you into the bathroom? Because I don't know what your belief is, Carlos, but spirits have more respect than that.
Best way to explain it, in my opinion, is that you know how you have relationships with people in real life, and they can be associates, people you meet, like me and JP have actually met, so I physically know what he looks like, and all you ladies would die to do, but I can't reveal the fact that he's a pole dancer on the Gold Coast. But other than that, like I say, there's a law of attraction with people who do meet. It doesn't mean you stay friends or become long life friends, but it does mean there's an acceptance. So when either one of the people pass on, it's not without the realms of possibility that that same connection still exists from the dead person to the living person in the smallest of ways. Like you could be out for a meal somewhere and someone behind you says something very similar to what your dead friend used to say. Now you might think that's coincidence, and it may be, but it could be a message or a little bit of a reminder that he's no longer breathing, but he is still part of a small portion of your life. That would explain spirits.
Debbie has eyesight issues. No, she doesn't.
When you get old, JP, that's what happens.
No, Deb said that John is sexy.
Yeah, no, obviously then Debbie does have eyesight issues.
I don't expect you to turn around and say that he's sexy.
No, he's not. JP is a man's man. Even if he wears a skirt, he's still a man's man.
Oh dear. Just take the compliment, Johnny, for goodness sake.
But does JP have the long flowing blonde hair and deep crested blue eyes? No.
Blonde?
I'm saying it's blonde.
Yeah, I know a few spirits. Jack Daniel.
Actually, we, for the first time, bought a pack of 10 Jack Daniels and Cokes tonight.
Best drink we've had in months.
Yeah, had one. Nice.
Oh, there's the ghost train.
All aboard the white ghost train.
Yep.
Where all your dreams and failed ambitions
Yeah, he does, LT.
await you.
Take
What?
the compliment. You have beautiful hair.
Oh, thank you very much. It's very kind of you. I forget whether I or not.
There we go. It's Vincent Price voice again. That's better. Take the compliment. Not enough people get compliments.
Well,
or
I've got
give
hair.
compliments.
Len, I've actually got hair. Most of the people, I've got hair, no bald patches, but most of the people I grew up with have got no hair. I don't know what that is. Might be my Viking history, I'm not sure. But loads of people my age
Oh, thanks. Sis.
don't have hair.
Yep, and mine's all natural too.
It's my Doris Day look, JP.
That's what I say, JP.
I'm looking for a role in the latest production. Usually takes about a year for my hair to grow,
Oh, God.
because I cut it all off in September last year. And it will probably get cut off again.
Yeah, it looks a bit like, what's the name, LT? That's it. Thanks, Carlos.
You shall not pass.
When his hair gets real long, people called him Jesus. What's that?
That's the weirdest opening fridge door sound I've ever heard. Sounds like a car alarm.
Yeah, that's the...
I think his alarm in his car is worth more than his car.
But you're not going bald, JP.
Ah, he's got tons of hair. He lifted his arms up and showed me.
Yeah, when his hair's longer, Sids, people sometimes have called him Jesus.
It's nice tonight, not a breeze. It's definitely some sort of alarm, like a door alarm or something like that.
I don't know, it's the one that hasn't started the dogs because it's pretty high pitched.
Actually,
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
haven't
that's
done
true,
for a very long
LT.
time, LT, is do my story times. My grandkids love it. They shudder in their bed linen with their hands in, like this smoky pigeon story I tell.
Well, what started that was our grandson when he was about 2 couldn't say the word
Spooky.
spooky.
He would say smooky.
And even from a young age, he was trying to tell stories, so he would say smooky pigeon.
Sorry, Sids, do I answer them? What does that mean? I don't get to see all the text, Sid, sorry.
Do you answer them? Answer, hang on, I'm lost. Oh,
I've got a few you could find on my channel, but I don't think I've put them in a proper playlist. So
oh, typo, okay.
oh, all kids and grandkids. I used to tell my own kids when they were younger stories, but grandkids, you're looking at an older person telling them the story, so they believe everything you say.
See you, Kelly.
When your kids, see you, Kelly. When your kids are younger, they think, not much depth to this story. But as you get older, and you can inflict certain words in a different way, like in the corner of that room.
Oh, when they call you Jesus, do you answer?
No, I am not Jesus.
Oh, I'm buffering.
If I was Jesus, this world would be a different place. Most of you would be working in the coal mine, 18 hours a day.
I'm buffering.
Pay
That
for your
stopped.
penance. But like I say, life is to be enjoyed, and I do not enjoy the hypocrisy of deception and lies and the ever ongoing arguments over nothing, so I'm not on those channels anymore. We have in the past, Carlos, but unfortunately Tucker, I like Tucker, but he has a $sign on his channel, and it's just me. I don't go to any channel with a dollar sign. But Tucker, Stella and myself do, and the past, have been on panels together. In fact, I have got contact details of Stella and we do talk from time to time. Could be our internet, I don't know why.
I think it is our internet. Yeah, Gandalf.
Yes, and if I
Actually,
was Gandalf, you'd be my little Frodo. See,
Well-
it's...
We were watching a show last night on TV, how they say everybody in the world has someone that looks like them, and even though you're not related, call it doppelganger, whatever you want to call it. It was really interesting. That had about, 8 couples or 8 people that had found someone within their own country or across the other side of the world that you could swear blind they were twins. And they even did DNA testing on them to see if they were related maybe generations ago. And only one, the 2 guys, possibly could have an ancestor from hundreds of years ago. But all the rest were not related in any way, shape or form, but they looked alike. It was really interesting.
I think one of the things that people don't discuss enough on panels is just general day-to-day living, like stuff. They have to have subject matter, otherwise someone to gloat over or argue over, and that's not a subject matter for me. I'm lost on the hours that are wasted talking about the same thing, is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I reckon we should put it out there and see if we've got someone in the world somewhere that looks like us.
Right.
Our doppelganger.
I shall go into the caves and see if Gandalf is there. Gandalf! Yeah. Are we a doppelganger? Well, you know, I'm sort of procured to be with men. I can't abide by that, Gandalf. Put your damn staff away.
Which one of those guys passed away from one of those movies? Sid,
Oh, no,
do you know which one?
You're thinking about the actor who first played in Harry Potter as a wizard. He did pass away and was then replaced by someone similar.
Marty Feldman. All right, I've got to check that out. I can't picture Marty Feldman right now, JP. And
Marty Feldman, a tremendous comedian actor, looks nothing like you, JP.
And have you ever heard of
Your eyes are straight.
Have you ever heard of Moondog?
Moondog? No, unless it's Moon.
No, Carlos is saying that.
Moondog is
You could
down
pass.
south, America.
You could pass for Moondog.
He's the brother of Wolfman. Yep, that's me, LT. That's exactly what I like. Strangely enough, a lot of people know this person, but you don't know where it originated from. You know, Drury Nadoff and the controversy with Zia. Well, that is what you've been watching over the first few years. I went on a hangout with Rory and 2 or 3 other off-gridders, and we're talking about solar panels, batteries, inverters, cable thickness, blah, 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 things like that. That's a very long time ago. We're talking 6-7 years ago. But, you know, you can paint him as much as you like, but he didn't start off supporting idiots. In fact, I told him I wouldn't be bothering coming back because he had 2 or 3 people come on that were just dickheads. And he said, yeah, no worries. Viking of 6th Avenue. Actually, I know I've got Viking blood in me. There's no question. My history is actually in the Doomsday Book. My family, a lot of them in for different reasons, mainly because they were executed fighting the French in the Doomsday Book of 1066. They were ruthless and methodical in finding out people that were actually in wars against them. Yeah, what it is what you've seen. And the perception of what you've seen in recent times. It wasn't like that many years ago. A lot of people that, like when I first went on Hangouts, it was virtually with Drury, and then this guy Jimmy Rant's come along and it was like, it had to be the Jimmy Rant show, do you know what I mean? Not that I disliked him, but he was very overpowering and didn't let anyone else talk, and I just can't be bothered. So I didn't go back after 2 or 3 hangouts. But all things are different when you realise from history, when you've understood what's going on. I've seen many of the people that you know as regulars now in a much different light in the past. And the first person that would admit to his bad behaviour that you probably have never seen would be Tucker, or Tucker Poon, or Dave Displaced, whichever one you want to use. But he's admitted to that, how he used to annoy people and hunt them down and give them a hard time. But there are many people like that. I don't hate anybody, believe it or not, I don't. I'm saddened by some of their behaviours and don't abide by them, other words I just don't attend. But it's the lure of the dollar and the recent 2 years that have passed. If you all go back 2 years and name the channels that had dollar signs on them, you would struggle. But now, most of them do. Yep, I'm pretty sure you do, LT. And there's been many people who can change their name on YouTube, but they can't change their habits. So I've got a few that I already know from many years ago that just have a different name, but it's the same dog. Yeah, he did, yeah. Yeah. It's like trying to find things out about Tucker when he was virtually doing the Tucker Poon. That's probably a couple of years ago. I already knew who he was.
But a lot of people didn't.
It's like the revealing of the fisherman. You'd have to go back and track one of my videos, which was a couple of weeks before the doxing of the fisherman. I did a video about YouTube with Mike Fisher as the main character. It was a hint, a subtle hint, but if you just listen more than you talk, you learn a lot more. That's hard for me because I'm actually doing all the talking, you guys aren't, but I'm sure you understand what I mean.
Yeah, that's right, JP.
You shouldn't hang on to things that annoy you. You're wasting your time. What do you call a baby koala bear? Well, we don't have koala bears. We just call it koala. I was on a television show many years ago keeping, and this is the truth. I won $35,000. It was a show a bit like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And the girl that went just before me was asked the question about what is the animal on the national emblem of the...
What are the two animals?
It was Heritage Trust or something, and everyone knew the answer. But she said koala bear. And he said, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. It's just koala. So she lost out in the very first question. Everyone in the room was going, oh, you're bloody kidding me, mate. He said, no, we've got it. So it was one of those things that you didn't get to select 4 answers. You had to come up with the correct answer.
So are you telling a joke, or do you actually really want to know what a baby koala's called?
Just called a koala.
No, I think it is actually called something. I can't remember.
Well, I've heard the word cub, but as in cub bear.
Yeah.
But
true, JP. But, you know, JP, sometimes when it does affect people's personal lives, or if somebody's friend, and they're genuine friend, they're not just internet friends, gets attacked, people want to stick up for them, because I tell you what, if anything was ever said wrong about seeds, I'm going to be the first to jump in there and correct it. I ain't going to put up with no lies or bullshit told about us.
I will just brush it aside, but my wife will tear you limb from limb. Make you suffer like the butterfly in Viking times.
No, it's just wanting to move some dumbass woman on the news here at one of our local zoos called a baby...
A joey is a baby kangaroo. That's what we call.
Yeah, baby kangaroo is a joey.
Yeah.
I'm not JP's quick at Googling. JP,
Yeah,
what's
I'm
the
pretty
baby?
sure the common terminology would be cub, but basically you just say watch the story of Moondog. Actually, there's even a better story you could watch. I will go and look up Moondog, Carlos, but there's a guy called Moondine Joe. I'm an ex-prison officer, and this guy was a prisoner who could escape from anything. And in the Fremantle jail, which is now a museum, his cell is all thick timber with like railway rods punched through so no one can get out. And you know what? He got out of that as well.
Who was that?
Moondine Joe was the prisoner's name.
Dying.
Moondine, D-I-N-E,
I do.
Moondine Joe. A baby, a kitten, or is a puggle?
Yeah, I knew that was a puggle.
Well, his father's a prick, we know that.
It's a Joey. Oh, I didn't think it was a Joey.
I won't tell the story tonight, but I'll tell you a story in the future about working night shift in security of a certain cell where 2 prisoners over a number of years took their own lives. So that's just a little teaser for the 60 minutes coming up on Sunday. No, I will tell you the story in the future because it's fascinating and it's real. And my senior officer at the time shit his pants. Enough said. We'll get to that story at a later day.
Thanks, Johnny. Johnny looked it up. So it is called a Joey as well. I actually thought it was called a cub too. And there you go. I've just learnt something about our own national animal.
It's like superstitions. Now, many of you would know that Asian cultures have a lot of superstitions. Now, I don't know whether JP's ever flown on Air Asia. That's a question I'll just ask JP first of all. Have you ever flown Air Asia, Johnny? Because it is interesting. It's a superstition for sure. No, all right. Well, on Air Asia, I've flown a few times with them, and you get to row 1, 2, 3, 4, and you go up to 10, 11, 12, and then 14. They do not have row 13 on any of their aircraft. It literally goes from 12 to 14. And that's just a superstition.
Yeah,
certain cultures have certain beliefs.
I don't know about the prison you worked at, but most prisons don't have a cell with number 6.
No, they all do. 6 is common.
No, it's not.
Well,
Especially Fremantle.
Where I used to work.
Because it's the hangman's noose.
Well, but yeah, I actually asked the air hostess, and I said, and I figured it out before I asked, but I said, why is there not a row 13? She says, just cultural issue.
Your ladies in the room.
China's the same.
That's the wrong way. That's not the same.
Yeah, but it's more Sharon Stone-ish. You don't know what my fingers are wearing. Hello, Ella. But yeah, China Airways, apparently it is an Asian thing. In fact, hotels are the same. In an Asian country, you'll get to into the lift, and I'm not kidding, it's the same all over. Get into lift, it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, go to 11, 12, 14.
Which you'll never consider.
There is no 13.
There's a lot of hotels with supposedly no 13th floor. See, Ella even said wrong way.
Wrong way. Yeah, I know, but it's a more alluring look, Ella. It's not what you didn't see. Do you know what I mean?
Oh dear.
But it's all over. There's different numbers that mean significant things for different people. Like in China, the most lucky number is 88. Or any 8 combination, to be honest with you. It's a symbol of yin and yang. If you turn it sideways, you'll understand what I'm saying. Turn the number 8 sideways and you have yin and yang. So it's significant. I always feel sorry for those people born on the 29th of February. Let's be honest here for a moment. You can always use the ploy when you're 40 years old, that in fact you're only like 12.
I need to see it all, baby. Ella's just told you.
Pay for view.
She needs to see it all, baby.
On another night when we're alone. But there is these all significant things. Like number 7 is considered lucky in some countries. Number 6, like my wife says, is sort of a demon thing, as in 666. But the 6.
No.
No. But I'm saying in terms of the number and its shape.
But the straight number 6 is referred to as the hangman's noose. That's why a lot of prisons don't have a cell with
But
the
just
number
add another
6.
couple of 6s to it, and then you've got reference to the devil. Some of the funny things that happen in Europe, because I always phoned up before and said, look, we like a balcony. We don't smoke a lot, but we'd like to have a balcony if we want to have a cigarette. And they'd always say, yeah, no problem. And you get to some countries, and the balcony's about a foot wide. You just open the door, and basically you're outside. Hong Kong nam means bathroom. Nam is water. Utinai means where is bathroom. On the note, I need a shower. Have a good night. Nice to see you all. See you long time.
What?
He's talking about when he was in Thai. Sawadee Cup. And what do you say?
I see you, Sids. I don't know.
Sawadee Ka.
Car. So what a car.
We say Sawadee Cup because it's a male thing. Even
Love-
though it's actually Krupp.
Love you, Sids.
But who's going?
Sids.
Goodbye, Sids. May your day be filled with joy and happiness.
Actually, I'm going to go inside in a minute. My phone just keeps...
What
Free.
JP just said there was thank you.
I see you.
It's a long way of saying it though, isn't it, JP? You know what I mean?
See you, JP. Oh, they're living at the same time.
Suspicious.
Ella, follow them.
Yeah. Detective Ella's onto this straight away. Sids goes, JP goes, private room.
So what's on your agenda today, Ella?
What time is it there? It must be about 7 a.m. where Ella is, I think. Some of my older friends on YouTube will be interested in our solar system when we get it put up. Most of you won't, but quite a few of my older friends will be. I missed the question. Not sure what the question was.
What's on the agenda for you today, Ella?
There you go.
There you go, they're interested in solar.
Yeah, I'm sure you will be. It's a lot. I mean, price of solar is just so cheap in Australia now. There's a lot of people that are putting much bigger, newer systems on the ones they've had for 4 or 5 years. And you can buy their old system, and I'm not kidding you, $300 or $400 for about 2,000 kilowatts, inverters, everything. And the reason why they get new ones is because they get really good deals on the new one. I can put on about minimum of 7 kilowatt for about $3,000. But I'll be putting a fair bit more than that on, plus having backup batteries.
Oh, coffee first, okay. That is important.
It's very misunderstood, solar. In fact, our country, for the very first time, November last year, the Energy Council had a meeting, and they're now reducing output of their power stations by 20% because solar has taken over that much. There wouldn't be a country in the world that has as much solar as we do. I should next time we fly in, I should actually do a rooftop when we go over the areas, and you'll just see solar everywhere. It's like mirrors everywhere.
Might be a bit hard to sort of film that.
One of the things with solar is if you can work backwards from your appliances, in other words, if you've got a gas or guzzling fridge, get a more economical running fridge that makes it easier to run on solar. Lighting, change to LEDs, all these simple things.
Washing machine.
Yep, everything's relative to the output of kilowatts. So you work backwards from appliances and then work forward to how much your need is. Of course, the most simplest way is to pick up your current electricity bill and see how many kilowatts you're using. That will tell you on a daily basis. At 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, we've got a guy come around starting to put up a privacy fence, which is on top of a fence, and that'll look quite nice. It's timber battens with beams, but I'll show you tomorrow because it'll be finished tomorrow. And then we've got a site meeting for the building, so we've got a busy day tomorrow.
Yes, I'm going to actually go inside.
Are we finishing? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
All right, good people. Thank you for your attendance. We are going to probably go inside, have a quick drink, and then go to bed. But thank you for coming. And in the coming months, you'll see bit by bit the progress of our additions on the property, and I hope you enjoy that. I hope you could come around and give me a hand sometimes to do some of the work, but other than that, sit back and watch it, and I'm sure you will enjoy it. So until tomorrow night, or the next night, or the night after.
Night. Love yous.
Here we go, here we go. And a very good night from me. So have a good one, whatever part of the day you're in. Enjoy it. Don't put up with any nonsense. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.